Muslims today are labeled as terrorists. Many times, two different labels are given to a same individual for a same activity. What do I mean by saying that? 60 to 70 years ago, when India was ruled by the British, there were many Indians who were fighting for the freedom of India. If you agree with the view of the British government that they have the right to rule over India, then by the British government you are referred to as a freedom fighter. But if you agree with the view of the common Indians that the British have no right to rule over them, but they have the right to do business with India, then by the British government you are referred to as a terrorist. Same people, same activity, but two distinct labels. We know of the history of the American Revolution in the 18th century, when America was ruled by Britain. There were many Americans who were fighting for the freedom of America. And along the top line war was Benjamin Franklin and George Washington. By the British government, they were referred to as terrorist number one. And later on, in 1776, when America got its independence from Britain, terrorist number one, George Washington, becomes the President of the United States of America. Imagine, terrorist number one becomes a president upon whom the people should look upon. Same people, same activity, but two different labels. Another example is in South Africa. When South Africa was ruled by the white apartheid government, there were many South Africans who were fighting for the freedom of South Africa. Before South Africa gets its relief from the white apartheid government, Nelson Mandela was imprisoned for at least 27 good years at Robben Island. And by the white apartheid government, Nelson Mandela was referred to as terrorist number one. And later on, when South Africa got its independence, Nelson Mandela, who was referred to as terrorist number one by the white apartheid government, when New South Africa was formed, he becomes the president of the New South Africa. Imagine, terrorist number one becomes the president. Same people, same activity, but two different labels. So this is the media. This is how the media turns white into black, night into day, a villain to a hero, and a hero to a villain. We know of the history of the Second World War from 1939 to 45. When Adolf Hitler was invading Europe, there were many countries who were resisting. And among the resisted countries were France. By Adolf Hitler, by the German government, France was referred to as terrorist simply because they resisted. So this is the media. So as Muslims, we are far behind. If there are many examples, a Da'i should know the appropriate example to use. So as Muslims, we are not terrorists. In short, whoever is in power, what he says happens to be the gospel truth. Today, Muslims are labeled as terrorists simply because the media is controlled by the non-Muslims and not us the Muslims. But in fact, if you read the glorious Quran, it is the only revelation or the book or the religious book on the surface of the earth which strictly condemns terrorism than any other book. In Ma'idah chapter 5, verse number 32, Allah the Almighty says in the Quran, "Whosoever kills a single innocent life, it is like as if he has killed the whole of humanity. And whosoever saves a single innocent life, be it a Muslim or a non-Muslim, it is as though as if he has saved the whole of humanity." So Muslims, we are not terrorists. We are simply called terrorists because the media is controlled by the non-Muslims.